Hello, I'm Otto, and welcome to episode 21 of my Factorio post-novice guide. So in the last episode, we kind of showed different ways of sorting through some items. We're going to be doing kind of just using bots at the moment, just for our starter base. It's really like, you could have basically this whole setup be your bus. We're not going to be doing a bus though. We're going to be dealing largely with bots early on, and then later on we will be doing a couple of different things. We'll see how it goes. So before we get too far, I do want to make sure to filter all of these because we are going to have bots bringing things in, so we can. Oh, we need to get rid of our inventory too. I'm just going to quickly go through and dump my inventory and copy and paste these. So in this episode, we want to make sure that we are progressing towards, well, not progressing towards. In this episode, we are definitely going to get to the electromagnetic plant. I don't know why I have such a hard time saying things sometimes on stream, but it is kind of funny. Anyways, so this is basically everything that we need for the most part. We have, like, this planet will, like, well, I guess this goes for each of the planets, but each of the planets will supply everything that you need in some form or another, which is the nice thing about the design of the planets is you don't necessarily have to import things. There are definitely going to be situations where you want to import things. So, for instance, on Gleba, we will definitely be importing quite a bit more. I think I want to, yeah, I want to grab a bunch of this stuff too and kind of resort all of this. Just kind of the base things that we're collecting on this planet. There's some scrap. And because I have this filtered, or because I have all of these filtered, the bots will try to go there first. I don't have anywhere for the sticks, so they will dump that back over here. That's completely fine. What else do we have? I tried to grab something earlier. Scrap? No, it wasn't scrap. Yeah, it was. Okay, I don't see anything else. Of course, I'm probably later going to watch like rewatch this as I'm editing and be like, oh, I missed this one thing that's like over there. So I'm going to take the scrap and we're just going to dump it into here. The recyclers. And actually, we're going to get some more recyclers. We want to try to fill this belt up as much as we can. Oof, close. I think that covered everything. Yes. That's a bit better. So we're going to, I don't have any on me, but we're going to take some map view. Map view, it's always better in map view. We're going to take some speed modules. We're going to add it to these guys. Oh geez, that is going to really blast those up. And then maybe a couple of these. We don't need, like, I'm not going to put them in all of them. We don't have, well, we might actually have the power supply now, since we are over here just adding a bunch of accumulators, which we can continue to do. I'm going to add them everywhere that I can put a power pole, basically, since we have this set up. So I'm not like, won't be putting any here. Won't be putting any here. I could just add, like, manually add a power pole, but I'm not too worried about it. Actually, one thing that I didn't think about was, oh no, that should be mostly fine. Okay, well, we're gonna have to put a power pole over here anyways, so yeah, why not? Just make sure and check that we have everything secure. And anywhere we don't, we need to make sure that we do. My goodness, how many of these things, like... I didn't think we actually imported that many. I guess we did. Uh-oh. Okay, we do have enough room to fit these here, so I can just... Oof, just squeak that one in. Why is this not covered? Oh, this is not powered. I see. So I'm also going to take the city block that we have and just kind of spread it, because this is our power gains. This is what is juicing up our base. I'm not forcing it onto anything, just anywhere that we can. I haven't gone over here yet, but we're not going to necessarily do it over there either. Or at least not for now. Okay, that'll get us started. So we, at some point shortly, this will all start to fill up. The gears will probably fill up the fastest. It's kind of getting there. So we're going to have some extra stuff coming off through here that will start to not necessarily clog up, but we want to make sure that this belt is completely, that it continues to move. So as you can see, these are now, it's getting better. Still not quite there, but that is largely a supply issue with the scrap. We can probably add a few more miners down this way to increase that supply. I will do that later. For now, this is completely fine. As long as some of these are, yeah, as long as these are mostly working, then we're good. Okay, so to prepare for some of the items that we're going to have coming off of here, we want to grab some more of the recyclers, and we are going to flip this to make sure the arrow is on the side that is in the direction of the belts. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have it set up like this. We're going to have a splitter here, an inserter to grab the items, and we're probably going to specify which of the recyclers we want to grab which of these items. The reason why is because as we add recyclers, we don't want, for instance, this recycler to put something out and then this recycler here to grab it and recycle it, and this recycler here. We want to break some of these down into more usable parts if possible, and then collect them down the way, and then at the end of the line, we're just going to recycle everything that didn't make the cut. So we are not done with a setup like this. I am going to make this one collect gears. And this splitter will be an input priority right. So everything coming through this splitter, I believe this should work. I'm actually not 100% confident on that. I have not actually done this before, so... Nope. Not cut. Copy, please. Thank you. So I'm just going to go through and force a couple of these down. So we definitely want to catch any of the low density structure coming through. And as a matter of fact, we can actually filter more than what's here. So we could have the iron gear come in through this one. We could have, I don't know, let's say no, that's probably too much. Let's say the advanced circuits. LDS and copper, because they're both going to be spitting out copper plates. Let's have this one be the processing unit. I kind of feel like that's the majority of the stuff that I want, so I could probably just separate those. Yeah, let's just separate them. Okay, so what this is going to do is this is going to cause... What? We could do the concrete. That'll get us some stone brick. It's kind of... Yeah, let's do it. We're going to do the concrete. And the reason why is because, yes, we have a lot of stone, or we will have a lot of stone. But as you can see, this is... Okay, actually, now that I think about it, let's prevent this from adding more. We don't want these to endlessly make stone brick. And once we get to the point where we can start removing some of the concrete and breaking it down into stone brick, collecting the stone brick, we will just get rid of these so that our stone can be used for other things in the future. And we definitely need it for future things. So I'm just gonna take a... Nope. Wow, really? I cannot hit Control C for the life of me. So I'm going to, well, have a couple of these. So what else are we going to want to collect? We're going to want to collect plastic. We're going to want to collect green circuits. And this is in no particular order. Like, this is just, you know, a nothing order. We need iron plates. We need copper plates. We need stone brick. What else are we going to be getting from these? I'm not worried about collecting the... Okay, as a matter of fact, this is going to recycle some advanced circuits for us as well. And then this will actually end up collecting even more advanced circuits, so that'll give us some more plastic. We don't really need that much of a lot of this stuff. Look at this is already... We are already backed up on this. Wow. Once you get to the point where, for instance, the Holmium ore or batteries, blue circuits, LDS maybe, some of the important things, actually even stone, we're going to want to add more of these. I know, hard to believe this is just kind of a starter base. You know what? If this works out, we might even just leave it. I want to copy, let's... No. I'll just do it like this. Cut this time? Yeah. What's this, plastic? This was green circuits. Iron, copper. Stone brick. I honestly don't even care that much about the stone brick. We don't need that much of it. We could limit this if we want, or we're just going to leave it. I'm actually, like, Holmium ore is kind of important enough that we're just going to leave this as Holmium ore. So if any of it gets through, for some reason we don't catch everything that we want here, yeah, well, let's just have a backup. Not that it's not going to catch it, because it will force its way through this filter and then go into here. Okay, and then these need power. I could have shifted it all over by one. It is what it is. And as for the rest of this, at this point, we are done collecting. Every single bit of this is just garbage leftovers, so we are going to take the recyclers. Something else we're going to do. As you can see, the iron plate takes quite a bit of time to get rid of. So we are going to collect iron plate and create iron chests out of it. The reason why is the recycle time is based on the craft time, and the craft time of iron plates is obviously significantly more than, for instance, the gears, which are just flying through this. So it is better to grab these from the iron chests. To be fair, we could have just... Here, actually, let's just do it like this. It's fine if it goes back onto the belt. Reason why is because we also want one for steel chests. Steel is the same as the same situation. Steel chest takes 0.5 seconds to craft. The iron chest takes 0.5 seconds to craft. And this is the only thing that we're going to end up doing this with. You will see, like, look at this. These take forever. However, if we were to take all this and dump it in here, the craft time on this is pretty fast. And the iron chest just disappears. Oh, I forgot. This is what we can also grab it from here. I think that, like, there's a setup where you just generally, because the iron chest will obviously, where'd it go? Will obviously give some iron plates back. Anyways, I'm not too concerned with this. As long as the belts are still moving, we're good. If it became a problem, then we can kind of deal with this later. And it looks like, for the most part, a lot of this is good to go. Okay, so we need to work our way towards getting... What was that lit up? We need to make some holmium. So we need to make some holmium plate so that we can unlock the electromagnetic plant, which gives us some more goodies. So, like I said, we need to make some holmium ore, some holmium plate. For that, we need holmium solution, and for holmium solution, we need water, holmium ore, and stone. So, we are going to grab some chemical plants. We're just going to pick an area down here. So, I'm going to start somewhere back here. Let's say, I don't know, like this. Sure. And we're going to make some water from ice. We're going to get a requester chest. Copy and paste the recipe, so we're going to be bringing in ice. I kind of think that I want to try to make this some kind of like central... Oh my gosh, I actually lined that up perfect. I nailed that. Complete accident, I promise. So that will kind of give us full coverage. I should probably just make a city block out of that. Anyways. No. Let's copy and paste this and do the same thing here. So what do we need the water for? Nice. Anyways, so for the water, we need the water because for let's say we have, you know what, we're gonna make, why not? We're gonna make a little like mini bus. I'm gonna have some items up here. Holmium ore needs water. And it needs, wow, 1 water per second. And this will create 10 holmium solution per second per chemical plant. So and bring water in like this. The holmium solution will export to, yeah, sure, let's just do it here. And then we are going to use requester chest to bring in all of the materials that we need. Why am I not getting in supplies? Who's bringing me the supplies? We never said go. He is not fully loaded either way. What's the hold up? Oh no, did something break on the planet? Rockets are fine. Honestly, I have not looked at this planet. I have not looked at Oz in a while. Oh my. Look at that. Very nice. And of course, we have trains waiting here for that now. Not too concerned. We're going to deal with that at a later point in time. Okay, all of this seems to mostly be working as intended. We do not have any excess of any of the materials over here yet, besides gears. Okay, back to what we were doing. We need holmium solution. We have holmium solution coming in. Now for the holmium solution, to make a holmium plate, that's all we need is holmium solution. So we can make that in the foundry, which, thank goodness. Maybe I want to make that down here somewhere. Maybe not. Okay, so the foundry is going to take up quite a bit of space. You know what? We'll just shoot this straight down. Do I have enough room? Barely. So this needs, okay, 80 per second. So let's let's back off that a little bit. We might need to increase the supply here. This needs to bring in 0.2 holmium ore per second, and these guys, if they are fully saturated, will be creating 0.02 per second or 0.07 per second. So I guess this is probably going to be, we're not going to be able to fill this, so not a huge deal. We just need to get some holmium ore or holmium plate crafting. Oh, we need to craft 50. Once we have 50, we will then have the ability to make the electromagnetic plant. Yay! So let's see what we need for the electromagnetic plant. We need to craft it in an assembling machine 3. We need steel plate, processing unit, holmium plate, and refined concrete, which we should have brought in. Yes, awesome. So for now, we're just gonna hit a bot mall once. We only need to make one. As you can see, yeah, we're gonna need to increase the scrap a lot so that these guys can get fully saturated. We can add some more speed modules, get this belt a little bit more saturated, have a little bit more holmium coming in. Wow, that was fast. Oh no. Who's this? The wizard. Why did we get backed up? This is a disaster. We didn't get backed up, just that this was destroyed, that was all. Okay, so we're on Volcanus. I'm going to upgrade these. This is a good problem to have. And hopefully we can solve it here. So we will now get this from the planet. Thankfully. That won't help us here. But one thing that we can do, thankfully we have this bot mall. Man, thank goodness for the bot mall. So let's just make some, we need the space stuff. Space platform. It's only gonna make like one stack, not a big deal. Asteroid collector. Everything else I think should be fine from the planet. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Chances are this guy ran out of ammo. So I'm going to increase the iron ore. I should probably have done that with all of them by now. Oops. I don't think that these guys get fully saturated, so... Yeah, these guys are waiting for an input, yet we have lots here, so let's increase these to 130. That was wrong. Okay, we will check back on this. That is quite the unfortunate event, but you know what? It happens. Oh, we can also... Uh-oh. I know we have some copper wire being made somewhere. Where'd the green circuits go? Over here. Wait a minute. Nope. Abort. Oh yeah. That's better. No, not the electric engine units. Come on. I just had everything set up. Okay, now everything should be fine eventually. These guys are not getting ammo, so any of these boulders that come through... Oh, thank goodness we have the laser turrets. My goodness, what would we have done without these laser turrets? Like, this ship would have been... The ship would have been toast. But we are on a finite supply of... Water's fine. The rest doesn't matter until this gets enabled. Okay, I am not too worried about it. We will continue on. No! Oh. Whew. That could have been bad. Yeah, I was not paying attention. Had we... Yeah, I can just... You know what? Let's do that. We only have to make one. Once we make one, we're actually going to update our parameterized blueprint to have... Yep. Have the ability to stamp down something for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to stamp it down, but we're not going to we're not going to click on anything. We're just going to confirm it. And then we are going to take our one electromagnetic plant and we're going to make a copy of this. Put it on our bars, and then parameterize. Yep, that works. Oh, no. Yes. Oh, did none of these save? Ah, whatever. It is what it is. Two, 3, 4, and 5. These were all parameters. Well, I thought that would work, but I guess not. Alright, so I'm just going to copy this. And we're going to paste that. Paste, and then we need to change the I1 to 2, I3, I4, I5. This one was P0 underscore S. No. Yes. And then this one would have been, I don't know, something like P0 underscore S times 10. I believe something like that. Yes, times 10. Okay. Rip not having any of... This guy needs to hurry up. He needs to go. Oh. I'm good. Okay. So once he gets here, he can start making some stuff for us. Unfortunately, the electromagnetic plants don't line up with the assemblers. It is what it is. We could just make a separate section. We could say like, oh, let's just do these over here instead. I mean, why not? A little bit of extra travel distance for the bots, but I don't really care at the moment. Why did that not? Okay. I don't know why that didn't work, but it is what it is. Really? Who's this? The Jam. Okay, we are obviously having some issues. Increasing this did not work. Alright, I need to check some of these other ones. It is clogging up. Why is it clogging up? How did you get to 200? Okay, well, we have officially made our electromagnetic plant. We are having some problems. I'm gonna mess around with it, and we will come back in the next episode, and yeah, we're gonna not have that as a problem. Let's just put it that way. All right. So, if you've been enjoying my content and, you know, the destruction of my ships, I guess, well, you know what to do. I'm just gonna toss some of the... Well, we're not even gonna make the trip back home. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, yes, I will see you in the next episode, and we're gonna be we're gonna get some science going. We need to get some science on Fulgora, so we will be doing that in the next episode. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me, with a nice painful ending to this episode, but you know what, it is what it is. Okay, and thanks for watching.